What's up, y'all? My name is Prince, and I'm an urban acolyte. It looks like the Snyder Cut trailer has finally been released. This is something that I haven't really followed, but I know about. So I'm going to take a look at it and give you guys my thoughts on the trailer and the Snyder Cut and kind of my feelings about this whole ordeal that we've been dealing with for however long. Release the Snyder Cut has been a trending topic in geekdom.
Now I've heard there was a secret chord that David played and it pleased the Lord. But you don't really care for music, do you? It goes like this: the fourth, the fifth, the minor fall, the major lift, the baffled king composing hallelujah.
That's
Did my best. It wasn't much. I couldn't feel, so I tried to touch.
Martha.
Told the truth. I didn't come to fool you.
It's like he bailed on Atlantis.
And even though it all went wrong, I'll stand before the Lord of Song with nothing on my tongue but hallelujah.
This guy's probably fought hundreds of thousands of other super beings on the other planets he's destroyed, right? And we have to assume he's won.
I don't care how many demons he's fought and how many hells. He's never fought us. Not us united.
All right, so that was Zack Snyder's Justice League. The Snyder Cut is finally being released. It's going to be very different from Joss Whedon's version of the story. One of the things that I kind of saw, it's been a long time since I watched Justice League, the theatrical version, is that it looks like all of the characters involved are going to have their arcs. Of course, the actor who portrayed Cyborg has been very vocal on social media about his negative experience working with Joss Whedon. I mean, just plain and simply, the fact that it sounds like his character had a lot more to do with the movie that Zack Snyder was creating, and most of that was sacrificed because Joss Whedon pretty much focused on, all right, we got the Justice League, now we got to get these guys together and bring back Superman, and then take down the big boss in Act Three. Right, we're gonna have a happy Superman. This is not gonna be the dark and bleak DC movies that Zack Snyder made. This is gonna be the antithesis. We're bringing back Superman. We're bringing back the sun and the light and the happiness and everything else. Right. When you get the full version of what Zack Snyder was attempting to do with his uh, movies to kick off the DCEU. They are dark, but like I said, when you get the full story, it sounds like things were going to be brighter after they deal with this Thanos level threat that Zack Snyder was doing in the beginning. Some of my friends in the filmmaking industry were like, why aren't they doing what Marvel did? Why don't they start with each character and slowly build them up and introduce them to the audience, and then build up to this threat instead of just blowing your load at the beginning. And initially, I agreed with them, right? It was like, you got Batman versus Superman. Okay, this is a story that's been told elsewhere in the comic books. Uh, when Man of Steel first came out, I thought they were doing the New 52, right? Because that was the thing back then when Man of Steel came out and the DCEU was getting started, right? So you got a Superman that's different from how we're used to seeing Superman, and obviously very different from Christopher Reeve's Superman. Some people feel like that's their Superman, right? So this is a dark world, and it was going to get darker, right? Batman is having these force back visions of things that are yet to come, with the Flash going back in time to prevent the thing that Zack Snyder was building up to, right? That the true Thanos level threat isn't actually here yet. It's when Superman goes over to the dark side, and now we're building up to that, and then we're going to show how we prevent it from happening, right? It's almost like he was also inspired by the DC universe, the MMO game, right? Where there's the time travel thing, and Batman is involved, and Lex Luthor, and all of that, and they're trying to prevent this thing that Brainiac did. But I think it turned out that Lex Luthor was actually, it's all a big plot by Lex Luthor, right? His future self from another dimension, from another Earth, is plotting and scheming with the Lex Luthor of the present time, right, to fool all everyone, right? Something crazy, right? My big question though is this: what does this do for the DCEU? Because right now I feel like the DCEU is in a mess, right? You got Wonder Woman, which was great. Aquaman was great. Uh, Shazam was great, right? I reviewed those movies. I enjoyed all three of them. You can check out those reviews when you get a chance. I'll put a link to them in the comment section, right? But Superman and Batman are a mess, and now you have. I mean, we got Suicide Squad. I enjoyed the first Suicide Squad. Of course, I'm hearing that David Ayer's cut of the movie was going to involve the Joker a lot more. The Joker was going to be heavily involved in the plot, and maybe Jared Leto is kind of getting some unfair criticism because we're not seeing his actual performance. We're seeing what was cut and created by the people who edited the movie, right? So the DC movies have been great except for Batman, Superman, and the Justice League. And now there's a situation where you've got multiple Batman people playing Batman. You got Robert Pattinson playing young Batman. You got Ben Affleck, who has been Batman in the DCEU, and then he walked away from the role during this Matt Reeves project, or what became Matt Reeves project. I think Ben Affleck was directing and everything else initially, right? But now he's back for the Flashpoint movie, and then you got Michael Keaton, the Batman that kicked off, Batman. The recent Batman, Batman in the 90s, that uh, created this new interest in superhero movies. The Michael Keaton's Batman actually changed the way Batman was viewed. They're going to introduce the whole idea of the multiverse. We might see even more people as Batman and Flashpoint before it's all said and done. That's if the movie is finally, because I feel like we've been waiting on Flashpoint for like 5 years at this point. Yeah, yeah, Justice League, they announced Flashpoint was going to be a thing in what, like 2015, 2016. So yeah, it's been about almost 5 years, and and now I guess apparently we're finally going to get something on it at DC Fandom. So like I'm I'm gonna try my best to watch this movie, HBO Go or whatever it's showing on. I don't think that's available in Thailand, but they'll probably have some way for the international audience to see it. Hell, they might show it in the theaters over here, uh, which would be pretty cool. But I don't know what this does for the DCEU. Like, is this just a one-off thing? Are they going to build on this? Or, because I mentioned Flashpoint, is Flashpoint going to completely reset the timeline? And then I kind of have an issue with that because if you reset everything, well, I mean, Aquaman was great. Wonder Woman is great. You got Wonder Woman 1984. Of course, the Wonder Woman movies won't be impacted because that's stuff in the past, right? So it won't matter anyway. That's before this point in the timeline where she's been introduced to Superman, Batman, and the Justice League, right? Um, but what about Captain Marvel, or I'm sorry, Shazam? Captain Marvel is Marvel now. Uh, and Black Adam. Well, Black Adam's going to be, I think the first two Black Adam movies are like set in the past too. At least that was the plan at one point in time. I know the first one is like a prequel movie that set up Black Adam's backstory. At least that's what The Rock said. Who knows at this point? So we'll have to wait and see. But I don't know. Either way, if this is just a one-off movie and it does nothing for the DCEU moving forward, um, cool. If it does have some impact, cool. I don't know. Right now, I'm really confused about where the DCEU is moving forward as a whole. So, that's something I'll have to be on the lookout for. If you guys know, you can let me know down in the comments. And yeah, that's all I've got to say on this one. So, thanks for watching. Thanks for hanging out. Y'all keep on breathing. And I'll see you on the next video. Bye.